So, welcome to the probably most unusual yoga setting in our beds or on our beds, but who knows? Maybe you've been practicing on your bed, all year long. So, today's practice is the Bedtime Yin Yoga and Storytelling, and it's really all about just relaxing and drifting off into fairylands, and you just have some really nice nourishing sleep. I feel like I started just doing relax at the wall every evening before going to sleep, and I feel it does so much to my mind and my physical body that I feel if any of these postures tonight feels really good in your body, maybe just do it for the next weeks, especially now in winter when the body is more stiff. It just feels super nice. So in the chat you can find a playlist and you can start playing it now. So when you feel ready, you can just close your eyes for a moment, bringing one hand to your heart, one touching the bed or your feet. Maybe making some gentle circles with your hand on your chest. And deeply inhaling and exhaling through the mouth. Sigh. Inhaling. And really relaxing. And take one more deep inhale and really sigh from the depth of your heart and let it all out. And just notice here for a moment how you're feeling in your heart. Noticing all the emotions that are present. Taking one more deep inhale. Exhale, let it go. Bring your hands to your feet. Maybe you give them a rub, a little massage. And as you rub your feet, just notice as you feel your feet. Scan your full body from the feet all the way up to your head. Noticing if you can soften your body a little bit more here for a moment. Noticing how you're feeling in your body today. Deep inhale. And let it go. And bring your hands together and start warming them up. And really imagine what you are inviting in for your sleep, your good night and evening ritual. What you're needing. Maybe it's nourishment, maybe it's recharging, maybe it's showing yourself love and care. Once you feel complete, you can place your hands on your eyes. And enjoying the warmth. Noticing you're here for a moment, your head, your thoughts. And checking in if there's something you feel still you should be solving now before going to bed. Some tasks, some brain stuff. And then give yourself inner permission to do it tomorrow or the day after tomorrow, or maybe never, because you actually don't have to. And then inhale your arms in a big circle up. Just have a nice stretch. And then bring your hands down, back to the heart. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes. So we'll be starting lying on the bed. And just as a suggestion, I don't know if everyone has a wall, but it's good to point your feet towards a wall. That's just gonna make it easier later, and there's less movement you need to do. Also, please, if you don't have a bolster yet, you can also roll up a mat and then wrap it in a blanket. Makes a perfect, homemade bolster. So please come to lie. And if you want, you can have your head on a blanket or a very thin pillow and really spread yourself out wide, imagining you're a star. Mm. Breathing here from your toes all the way up to the head. And with every exhale, your body sinks deeper into the mat. You keep sinking and you're feeling safe. You're feeling protected, taken care of. Knowing you can completely let go, release the day, and open up to an amazing sleep. And as you sink deeper down into your consciousness, suddenly you stand internally in front of a magical forest and just look up at the trees, its colors, the butterflies flying, and gently asking you to enter this forest of magic and just have a look at your feet and at your body. Notice what you're wearing, and maybe there is nothing. So you keep walking into this forest. And you just look around and you walk closer to the trees, looking at the leaves and noticing little sparkle. The butterflies around you singing, birds. And then on one beautiful, beautiful flower, you encounter a fairy. And she speaks to you. And she wants to tell you a little secret, a magical one. And you go closer by to listen to her. And then just notice what she's telling you. Because the fairy is directly connected to your heart. It's the magic garden of your heart space. And the fairy is its guardian. It's basically the spokesperson of your heart. You keep walking And then she asks you to lie down, and there is a beautiful place in the grass, and you can choose your spot. The weather is warm, everything is cozy and warm and fluffy, and even the grass is soft as if you're lying on a bed, a cloud, mysterious fabric. And you lie down there, and she asks you to move in a specific yoga shape called the crescent moon, as she's going to tell you more about the mysteries of opening the sides of your heart. And for that, you bring your feet closer together till they touch, and your hands come onto your hips here. As you're breathing through your full body, with the next exhale, you allow your hips to sink deeper into the cloud of your bed. And from here, you'll be walking your feet to the left side, but only as far as your sitting bones stay grounded. If you want, you can place one ankle on top of the other if this suits your body. From here, walk your upper body to the left and reach your arms behind your head, maybe holding your opposite wrist. Taking a few deep breaths as you're opening the right door of your heart. And there are more fairies coming, dragonflies, butterflies. And here they are sitting on your chest, your rib cage, singing songs of love. And those songs create a vibration that opens up the right side of your body. And whatever song it is, this is your song, a song and affirmation to open up. And the right side symbolizes the masculine energy in us. So, integrating these parts of ourselves. With every exhale, you sink deeper. With every inhale, you expand. Taking a few more deep breaths here. Imagining the breath is sparkle, nourishing sparkle, entering into your physical body and nourishing every single cell throughout this journey. And just notice the color of that sparkle. And maybe it has a specific taste. However it tastes and smells, that's the smell of opening up. And then carefully bring your feet back to center. And then let your upper body follow as you breathe a full, deep, nourishing breath through the full body here. And you exhale and you sink deeper into the mat. You are in a cocoon, a cloud. It's soft and warm and so nourishing. Noticing your hips and how the hips sink even deeper. Is this even possible? And then from here, bring your feet together and walk them to your right side, but only as far as the hips stay where they are. Hmm. And then let your upper body follow, taking the same variation with your head and your arms as before. Taking a few deep breaths here as we are opening up the left side of our heart, our feminine side. Listen closely to the fairy. What is she suggesting? Is it dance? Is it writing poems? Or singing? She might ask you to feel more joy, because joy equals a lot of energy, relaxation, and instant heart connection. Hmm. Every single part of your body is softening. Allowing your breath to flow. Maybe your breath even dances. Taking your final breaths here. And then carefully make your way back to center. First the legs, then the body. Hmm. Breathing here through the center of your physical body. Hmm. And as the fairies ask you to give yourself a hug by bending the knees and bringing them close to your chest, Hmm, maybe even rocking from side to side. Hmm. And then from here, you place your feet back on the floor. And you can crawl on your back towards the wall till you really reach the wall with your legs, with your buttocks. If you want, you can place a blanket or a pillow under your lower back. And an extra trick to come closer to the wall is to bend your knees and then roll over to one side and then come as close as you can. And then from here, we'll lift our legs up, arm to the wall. Arms can be spread out wide. Taking a few deep breaths. And imagining your fairy talking to you about climbing trees. So here you are climbing a tree, and as you reach the top of the tree, there is a beautiful, magical tree house. It's the tree house of the legs up the wall, just made to come and reach your feet up to the sky. And you know, have you seen? This magical treehouse has no roof, so all you can see are stars and the moon. The stars and the moon whispering wisdom to your toes. And the fairies and all magic beings gathering around you, listening to the stories. Two fairies came to sit on your shoulders, and your shoulders kept sinking deeper into the floor. As you're taking a deep inhale, releasing your lower back, softening in your face and jaw, and listening to these twinkling stars. What is it that they're telling you? And how is it that you can add more magic to your life? Mm. And as your blood rushes down, it moves through the spine, allowing your spine to create space, release tension, and leave responsibilities that are not yours. Because here it is, the wisdom of the stars. There is not much you have to solve. less than you think. There is more and enough to just be creative in your flow, connected to the heart and life. Hmm. How soft can we become? Letting the back of our hearts ground deeper. Let the heavy weights be released. Taking your final deep breaths here and noticing how every exhale becomes longer than your inhale. The fairies sing the song of 1, 2, 3, 4 as you inhale, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 as you exhale, like a lullaby to make you fall asleep and drift away. And as you're here, you start just gently moving your toes and then walking the feet down the wall of your treehouse and hugging them into your chest. A little cocoon. And the fairies ask you to here, right now, say something nice about yourself, something nice you've done today, the effort you put to create, mm, to nourish and relax. And suddenly there are the butterflies, excited, taking your hand and asking you to go on a flight. And here you are from your treehouse, flying into the sky towards the stars. And for this, you walk your feet back onto the wall and then gently just shift your lower back to the other end of your bed as you bring your feet to touch the bed and then lower your knees to the sides in a butterfly. If you want, take your pillows as a support for your knees. Hands can be on your hips. as you go and discover the galaxies with the butterflies, the galaxies and the secret plants, the magic flowers, and beings of the forest. Your breath is deep and expands your belly, releasing tension, allowing your whole being to soften here and now. With every exhale, the knees become heavy, the hips become light. Taking a few more deep breaths here. And carefully bringing your hands to your to your thighs and touching them, sliding your hands up and down. And then when you're ready, you bring your knees back together, hugging your knees here into your chest. Rolling over to whatever side you feel. Mm. The breath is flowing through the heart. You're slowly coming back into the magic forest from the adventures with the butterflies. As the fairies say, you have to meet our wisdom grandpa dear, and he's gonna tell us tales and stories around the bonfire. And here we go. When you're ready, please come in a seated position, moving as little as needed. as we'll be moving into the deer. And for the deer, I'm gonna show it like this, it's better. We will need our bolster. So your bolster, you can place your bolster the way you want, doesn't matter wherever you feel in your bed. And then you'll sit in front of it. So best is to actually do it as we talk, so you don't have to think much. So you sit here and then you let your knees fall to the left side and you adjust them. So your right chin shows toward the lower end and the left chin towards the left side of your bed. And then you look around and you look back, bringing your bolster closer to your hip as you slowly walk down, placing your head to the same side or the opposite. I'll just show it one more time. Left chin to the left side of the bed, right chin to the end of the bed. Just look back, you encounter the grandpa deer as you walk yourself down, resting on one of your ears, whatever side you choose, remember, so you do the opposite on the other side. You can hug your bolster, taking a few deep breaths. As the wisdom deer tells us the story of restoring balance by coming back to our center. Here it is, our inner fire. And here it is where all the answers lie. With every exhale, you will relax deeper, listening to the tales of the deer. Sitting around the fire with all the fairies. Hmm. What is it that you wish for? What is your heart's desire? What is it that you need to release into the universe, trusting it will bloom and flourish when it's time? The deer asks you to open your palms towards the sky, loosening the grip around your wishes, knowing you've done today all you could to make it happen. And now it's time to rest. Taking your final breaths here, allowing yourself to melt over your bolster. All the concepts, the shoulds, are vanished. This bliss and relaxation and magic are here. And then gently just bring your palms to touch the bed as you center your head and walk your body up. And from here, listen carefully, the deer says. Sometimes we may make things more complicated than they should be. So here is an easy shortcut. Sometimes all we need is to just switch. So you switch your legs simply from one side to the other. The right chin facing towards the right side of the bed, and the left chin facing towards the end side of the bed. Turning around and looking at your bolster from a new perspective as you lower down and lie on the opposite ear. Taking a few deep breaths here and noticing how this feels. You're allowed to rest, says the deer. You're allowed to sleep, deeply being nourished. So when you wake up, you can feel joyful and playful, excited for life, the adventures, the love stories, and the magic stories. Every exhale takes you deeper inward, sensing how all body parts are melting over the block. And not just the physical body, even the mental body, the emotions. Everything is settling. All that is here. Simple resting, enjoying life, relaxing into our own being. Huh, is this who I am? Taking your final breaths here. And then slowly center your head and walk your hands back, moving the bolster either away from your bed or keep it close so you can place it under your knees when we meet for Shavasana. Just calm, roll around, and lie in your bed where you'll be able to sleep. So look for the spot that feels good as you hug your knees into the chest, gently rocking from side to side. As the fairies ask you to now follow them deeper towards the forest till you encounter a beautiful bridge and you can hear water flowing peacefully. And just notice the material, color, and size of the bridge. And then you walk over it. And you encounter a beautiful space close by the waterfall, magical rainbows and sparkles. And there is a cloud-like bed waiting for you. And the fairies are telling you that now it's time to go on a inner, deeper journey to dreamland, where we're gonna dream and encounter peace, bliss, and lightness. So make your way into Shavasana that will make you drift away and fall asleep. If you want, you can experiment with falling asleep with a bolster under your knees and a long and grounded spine, placing all the blankets around you, spreading the arms wide, or placing the arms on your physical body. And we'll be taking a body scan here. So just wait a moment, you get ready. And then take a deep inhale and deeper exhale. Just noticing your heels touching the floor, your lower legs from your ankles to the knees, the upper legs from the knees to the hip joints, your hips and buttocks. Notice your upper body, your belly, your chest, and the lower body of your back, the middle back, and your shoulder blades. Notice your neck and how your neck is holding together your head and the rest of the body. Bringing awareness to your forehead, the eyebrows, eyes, nose, your cheeks, jaw, lips, and tongue, the chin, and your throat. Shoulders sinking deeper, your right arm, and your right hand and fingers, your left arm, your left hand and fingers, Noticing your full body here and how it's sinking deeper into your bed as you're now going on a journey to sleep deeply, resting here. I will count to 1 to 5, and when you feel 5, you'll be deeply resting and falling asleep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And when you wake up in the morning, you'll feel joyful and relaxed, ready to start your day-to-day life with a big stretch. So good night, dear friends. Sleep well and have magical dreams.